Ifeoluwa and I were watching Chicago Med the other night, and in this particular episode, a lady had just been brought in by her husband. For that couple, the trip to the emergency room that night would unearth a lot more than medical discoveries. There was a lot going on that one party had hidden successfully up until that point. Please stay with me. I'm going somewhere. At the slightest chance, the husband spoke glowingly about his wife's achievements as a high-flying executive, but then declined credit cards, health insurance, and an infectious disease diagnosis led to the discovery that his wife had been living a lie. When her husband then asked for the truth, with tears in her eyes, she responded, "You think the world of me, and when I got fired at work, I couldn't bring myself to telling you that I had lost my job. And so for 3 months, I had spent my supposed working hours hiding in our storage closet." As she spoke, I connected with her humanity. I could imagine the shame scripts running through her head when she made the decision not to tell. The voice saying, "You are worthless. If they find out that you are not all that, they won't care about you anymore. You're a huge disappointment." That's what shame does. It asks us to hide away and protect ourselves from pain and rejection, to keep up a facade at the huge expense of ourselves. Shame may sometimes partner with envy, self-loathing, and perfectionism, and it becomes a never-ending weep of comparison, checking, self-rating, and self-shaming. How do we find the courage to call out the enemy lurking within? The one hinting that we'll never be truly accepted, never really belong, never really be good enough for someone to love or accept. But quite unfortunately, our shaming culture perpetuates the myth to hide from ourselves. Shame can wield great power over us. It controls significant parts of our lives and consumes precious energy and time in avoiding exposure. It pushes us into hiding, into isolation. We hide in our homes or away from our homes. We hide in our rooms and in our offices. We hide in housework. We hide behind computers and phones and newspapers and magazines. We hide behind earphones and Netflix. We hide behind fashion facades, education facades, career facades, Facebook facades, and even pulpit facades. We hide in busyness and procrastination. We hide in outright lies or diversionary conversations. We hide behind sullenness or humor. We hide behind bravado and timidity. We hide in extroversion and introversion. Shame left to reign will decay self-worth and is extremely injurious to us. So back to our story. The moment she shared all that she had been going through with her husband, albeit under circumstances far from ideal, his empathy switched her perspective. He wasn't mad as she feared. He didn't love her less like she feared. And it dawned on her that she had been the one living a lie, letting shame wound her. Brené Brown defines shame as the intensely painful feeling or experience of believing we are flawed and therefore unworthy of love and belonging. No wonder then that the last thing we want to do when gripped by shame is talk about it. If we do, others may just discover how horrible we really are, and basically, they will run from us. But then, if we cultivate enough awareness about shame to name it and to speak to it, we basically cut it off at its knees. Getting beyond shame means acknowledging it and sharing our experiences with the trusted people in our lives, the ones who know we aren't perfect and love us anyway. Their empathy would allow us to keep our sense of shame in perspective, as well as help us to come up with strategies for dealing with it. My mother, Mama D, always said to me in Yoruba, "Òkú kì í fara pamọ́ fún ẹni tó máa sin, a kì í fara pamọ́ fún alámọ̀ràn ẹni." Loosely translated, the dead body or the corpse never hides its nudity from whoever will bury it. Never keep the details of your issues away from whoever would advise you. Be open and candid to those who would help you. Get help. Speak to someone you trust or even a professional counselor or therapist. But please do not stay silent. Do not let shame win this battle. Forever rooting for you. I love you.